All right, welcome to another video in our Kids Love Golf series. So the question that has been posed to me is, what is the best age to get a kid started in golf? Any age. We're all kids. I'm a kid, right? So when you're thinking about getting your kids started, think about the time commitment, think about the expense, think about does your kid have some interest in it? Are they emotionally ready? There's logical things that you can ask yourself, but what I've got up here on the screen is shark.com. Okay, so this is Greg Norman's website. Greg Norman was my golfing hero as I was growing up in Australia. And I believe it was 16 years of age when he decided to first take a few swings with his mother's golf club. Okay, so Greg grew up in a place called Mount Isa, and that's in Queensland, which is kind of a mining town inland from the Great Barrier Reef, right? We all know the Great Barrier Reef of Australia. Out there in the Sunshine Coast, you've got surfing. In Queensland, we played a lot of rugby, played cricket, etc. To my knowledge, that was Greg's world. He was more into the surf, the swim, the cricket, all sports. Okay, now he all of a sudden gravitated toward golf. His mom was a golfer. His dad played some golf. I got to play with his dad once out at Coralbin. Coralbin Valley Golf Course was where I played a lot of competitive junior golf. If you've ever heard of Coralbin Valley, it's inland from the Gold Coast. The school I attended there was the Coralbin International School. Some famous golfers have come out of there. Craig Hocknull and Adam Scott, Stephen Bowditch, Jason Day went to school there, and then the program got canceled, and long story short, his coach, who was at Coralbin, ended up becoming his coach at another school down the street. I have seen golfers, kids, start at all ages. Greg started at 16. He turned professional. It was off to the races, right? So now you're seeing pictures of Greg on his way in his limo to get on his private jet or his massive yacht, or sell his wine or his golf equipment, or be a broadcaster on Sirius XM and broadcast on other networks, designing golf courses, right? So when you take this idea of golf, you can go, wow, what is a great age for a kid to start? Like I said, any age. However, most adults would say, man, I wish I started when I was a kid. I wish I started playing this game of golf when I was younger. So if you just take a little plastic club, even a stick or something like this is one of my Sabre golf training tools. I created it in a kind of a stick form, but with many, many different features. You can go to sabergolf.com, check that out. But there's a timing ball inside of it. You can hear it. It's got some cool colors. There's a whole bunch of training videos on how to use this. Simply take a stick. I will take this with my junior golfers, and I'll have them hit a soccer ball or a volleyball. Volleyball is usually better because it's just lighter weight. And I'll have my little guys hit a ball with a stick. You'll be shocked and surprised at how good their golf swings are, really pretty naturally, without you having to teach them much at all. That is why you want to get your kids started young, okay? Just like learning languages, it's spoken around the home. Just like any sport that you're active in, if you like cycling, I know some little guys that get on these bicycles with no pedals, and they learn to kind of scoot with their feet and control their steering and their balance. Such a fantastic tool to get a little kid to learn how to ride a bike. The whole training wheel idea is nothing compared to these like little scooter bikes where they have pegs for them to put their feet on. Kick, 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 get off to motion. They learn to balance. Both of their feet are available to hold them up so they crash less. So if you think about it, there's always a smarter way to do it. So if you're using a smart training tool, you're in the backyard, you're hitting a volleyball, then you move down to a tennis ball, and then you end up getting a little club, and you move on to a wiffle ball or a little foam ball. Just the nature of how a kid moves a stick back and forth or a club back and forth truly is very, very natural, okay? There isn't a whole lot of coaching that goes on. And by the way, you can have them do it right-handed and left-handed because it's a stick. There's no club face on there that's dictating, oh, you have to swing it from this direction. No, you can give the stick to them. They can swing it both directions. So as we think about what it takes to move from being a kid swinging a stick and hitting a ball to being the world number one, who, by the way, held the world number one status, is the second longest in history behind Tiger Woods. If you think about someone like a Greg Norman or a Tiger Woods, we all know famously started when he was very little. His dad in a recent documentary talked about him swinging a club at like 6 months old or 8 months old. Greg didn't start until he was like 16, 17, but then very quickly went on to do that. I've known players that have started at all ages and have gone on to play at professional levels. So get them started early, get them started in a simple way, do it in a fun way that you have the management of time, like in the backyard. Post your questions in here. I'll do the best I can to answer as many of them as I can directly online, or I'll create another video for you. Please make sure you subscribe so that you're getting up-to-date videos. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.